Rugby World Cup 2023, folks. Wales, perfect run in the pool, finishes with a win over Georgia, 43 points to 19. Great start from the Welsh. Maybe the middle period was a little bit touch and go, and then a great way to finish. The Georgians finished this pool stage and their World Cup campaign without a win. I think they showed a bit of what they could do, but maybe not the quite kind of complete performance from them. Wales disruptions with Gareth Anscombe pulling out right before kickoff with a groin strain or some kind of niggle, which is kind of what he's been known for a wee bit, which is just a horrendous run with injuries. So fingers crossed it's nothing too serious for him. So Sam Costelow has to get a start. Does well, plays 80 minutes, and Dan Biggar was on the bench, still nursing that slight injury of his. They didn't bring him on, which was maybe, just keeping these a wee bit cautious, especially seeing as the game, once it was in the bag, there's no real need to risk him. But a little bit messy from both sides early. Wales conceded a couple of penalties. One was a neck roll and going into a ruck, like uncontrolled. The ref didn't like it, and Georgia losing a line out. So neither side that kind of clinical early, but Wales got their kicking game going, and they opened the scoring line out chance. Some phases with advantage. Tom Francis is able to burrow over, so 7 points to 0. And they got their second not too long later. Scrum penalty, maul, spread it wide. Costelow, try assist for Liam Williams, who's got the steps, 14 points to 0. And Liam Williams was looking real dangerous. Really, really dangerous at the back. He's kind of back to that attacking threat that we know he can be. And when Georgia conceded another penalty, Wales up for the 3 points. So 17 points to 0. It's a great start from Wales. Like, really put down a marker. But into the first half and the start of the second half, Georgia really get a fair bit of momentum. Like, it's Wales' turn to concede a few penalties. Georgia look to punish. They get a line out close to the Welsh line. Wales boot it clear, but Georgia come back at them. They get another line out. It's a maul. It's messy. But, man, that guy Sharikadze, the captain, he's able to go over on 35 minutes for Rugby World Cup try. So, bit of power for him to get over, reach and dot it down. 17 points to 7 is starting to look like game on. And that's how the scoreline goes in at half-time. The carries ends up pretty even, 68 carries to 65 at half-time. Penalty counts pretty even, 4-5. But the turnovers won by Wales is 5-1. And Wales' line-out's been perfect, whereas the Georgians have lost a couple. So just those kind of key areas of concern for the Georgians. But they come out in the second half and it's more pressure. However, Wales hit them on the break, man. When it's turnover ball, Rees-Zammit, you are not going to catch that guy. I think it was George North who scooped up a lost Georgian pass, and Rees-Zammit is gone. They mentioned on my commentary that he runs the 100 in like 10-something seconds. It's incredible. So, yeah, thing of beauty stuff. But against the run of play, because the Georgians were the ones having the pressure on, I guess you got to credit to the Welsh defence for causing the turnover to happen. But still, a bit of a gut punch for the Georgians. But they still wanted to keep the tempo going, man. Like, the Georgians tapped it. They ended up knocking it on. Wales knocked it on after a scrum. It's another scrum. Georgia win a penalty from the scrum. They go for touch. They go close in the corner. Tabutsadze, but he's TMO to try off for a foot and touch in the corner. But still more pressure. Eventually they get it, man. The forwards, Sharikadze is able to burrow over as well. So, after a bunch of phases, 24-14. And then, probably the Georgians' best try of the game. I mean, the Sharikadze one was pretty nice. But that man, Niniashvili, we talked in the preview about how important he is for their attacking play. Like, it's a line out. They truck it up the midfield and then shift back the way the line outs come from. Niniashvili just gets rid of Gareth Davies, who's not long come on, and makes it 24-19. Which is a bit of a scary scoreline. A bit of a scary scoreline for Wales. However, Wales, I mean, they see out the last kind of 15 minutes in some pretty good style. That maybe gives them a bit of a wake-up call. They do opt for a settler when they get a penalty. Costelow tries to... Is it Costelow or Costelow? I would have said Costelow. Gatland always calls him Costelow. Anyway, whatever his name is, the guy standing in for Gareth Anscombe, youngster who did himself pretty proud. He has a long shot at goal, but it's just short. But it doesn't matter because about a minute later, Tompkins, who I still think's having a really good World Cup, he sees a bit of space. He trucks it to the right. They get it to Liam Williams, who chips for Lewis Rees-Zammit to regather. So Bumfa, he gets another try. And then there's some handbags. Some big old handbags. There was, a Basham slightly high tackle, which was just all blown out of proportion. Even the subs were getting involved with the pushing and shoving. It was quite incredible. And then the ref's not having a bar of it. He gives Basham a yellow card and Niniashvili a yellow card because they were the two main instigators in it. So, yeah, crazy stuff. Then, speaking of crazy, Rees-Zammit gets his hat-trick on 74 minutes, which the crowd didn't like. Just a reward for chasing a kick, which was not really one for him to chase, but it's more of a territorial kick, but sometimes it stays in play. He chases it, but a footballing skills fingertip on the ball, 36-19. Crowd didn't like it because there was barely anything in it in terms of his fingers being on the ball, but it's enough to satisfy the TMO. And then Wales just want to keep playing, man. 79 minutes. The hands from the backs, pretty nice. And George North gets another try for his country. So it finishes 43-19. You wouldn't have thought that it got to 24-19 when you look at that scoreline. That middle period of the game, Georgians did really well, but the Welsh bookended the game with some pretty sweet play. Run meters finished 543 to 525, so not that much in it. The Georgians break more tackles, 21 to 16, but the Welsh get more clean breaks, 5 to 3, and the Welsh are much tidier with the ball. 8 turnovers conceded to Georgia's 14. Liam Williams, 3 clean breaks, 150 meters. Rees-Zammit as tries and assists, 98 meters. Pretty tidy. Costelow, 60 meters, a try assist, ran the show pretty well, kicked most of his goals. Reffell gets man of the match, 18 from 19. Jalagonia makes 14 from 15 tackles. Niniashvili, 99 meters, a clean break and 4 defenders beaten. They really didn't need him to go off because he's such an attacking threat for Georgia. They look a better side for him when he's on the park, so especially that space at the back with that Rees-Zammit hat-trick try. But there you go. Wales, you await to find out who your quarterfinal opponent is going to be, but you'll go into it full of confidence, having won all your games, proving a fair few doubters wrong in this one. And, backed up the end of the game with some pretty sweet tries. You guys let us know your thoughts, and I'm off to watch England-Samoa, which I have also not yet seen. You guys take care. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.